Hey guys, welcome to my first league race video. Today I'll be racing in MRL Tier 1, which is actually a tier I was moved up into because I'm filling in for a driver that wasn't there for this weekend.
I retired.
So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy this race. It wasn't that eventful, but also sorry for the party in the background. That's only through qualifying that you'll be hearing other people.
See what the chatter was.
Alright, so now we're hopping into my first qualifying lap. So this wasn't the best, but it was a good banker lap. Kind of played it safe in a few areas, so we'll stay on board for this whole lap to show it. Turn 1 was not the best at all, as you can see. Had to let off the throttle for a while there.
McLaren on the lap as well.
Coming into this turn, I did this very well. Then this also well, using all the track on the outside. A little extreme glitch there.
On the lap. Clock cutting.
Coming up to this turn, hard brake. Turn in. Up through the gears. Down into 5th through here. You don't want to go into 4th because you lose a lot of time. Use all the track on the outside there. This here, and let it drift out. I come across the line, and it is going to be a 29.8, which is not good, but it's a good banker lap. But here we're coming to our last lap of qualifying. This was a much better lap. I can point out places that I did a lot better in. So this turn 1 was excellent up here at the beginning. As you can see, I gained a significant amount of time through here compared to my first lap. I did run a second qualifying lap in the middle, which I did do better in, so that's why it doesn't look that big on the delta. Coming into here, I did that all nicely. A little stream glitch. And then
they're both starting lap.
Run a little wide out here. That's okay. That's it going. Now, hard braking here. I didn't get on that enough. I should have. But it's okay. You have to go in through that. Easy on the accelerator through there because it's easy to spin the car. Now slow through the gears through here. You don't want to overslow the car. And easy on the throttle.
Abandoning in the lap.
So he's braking down here, only in the 3rd to reduce wheel spin coming out of this corner. So I can get on the throttle earlier as well. Open the DRS. Let's see, we're 4 tenths up coming across the line here, and that'll put us at a provisional P4 for the race, but that we will get bumped down by the people setting fast laps now. But that's honestly a great result for me. I wasn't really expecting that coming into this race. Alright, so now we're here starting the race up. We got pushed down to P9 sadly, but that's still great and in the points. But yeah, let's ready for this race start. Starting on the line, staring those people in the eyes back there. Start here, everyone's gritting up. Five likes. see there's an accident there, and we actually pushed T-ball into the wall. I'm very sorry for that, T-ball. I was not intending to do that at all. Now we have to give back to positions that we somehow took illegally, which I did not leave the track, so that's just a bug in the game, but it sucks. I give him back. I can't give it back to Easthand because he's just too far back there. But I'm going through this. I'm close to this check master right here. But everyone's just kind of packed up together. I don't want to get in an accident, lose my front wing here. But I put into overtake, try to make a move on Chuck. I get out to the side of him right here. But he actually goes out the side of him. And I'm just trying to brake early here, not to get any damage. And luckily that I do that, because Chuck actually goes and hits, barely miss him. So then I come out. So that was close. But now I'm vulnerable to Jacob behind me. So I'm gonna I punch it out of there, use the overtake to get away. Just so you can't get a little cheeky pass on through there. This guy, he's going quite slow in front of me, so I was expecting his wing damage. So I have to either get by him or he's going to pit here. I think he ends up pitting here, so I don't end up having any trouble with him. Yeah, he goes off the pit. Okay, now here, we're on lap 7 here. This is the end of my first stint. The tires didn't really hold on for that long because, you know, it's France. But first stint was really boring. Kind of just stayed in the same position for the whole time. I only moved up. Some people pitted in front of me. But I'm going to come in this lap. That's not how it suggests entering the pits, but it worked out for me. So we're going to come in here, we're going to do a 2-stop strategy, which we're going to go medium after this to try to have faster pace and make up that 20-second gap for a pit stop. See, we're losing a lot of positions here. We're going to come out 14th. So we have a lot of room, or a lot of space we have to gain, but there's a lot of people out that started out of the top 10 that haven't pitted yet that we shall pass going forward. And as we see, Dave's chunk, I was getting up in the back of them, and he actually gets spun out by the car in front of her. I don't know what happened there. Either he spun or hit the car. Now we have our sights set on Van Send It. Is that, if I'm reading that right? I got a blurry screen here that I'm reading this off of. But I don't think he's made a stop yet, so I have to get, he's going to have old mediums, so I have to get around him here. So I open DRS up, put it in overtake. I just need to get this pass done. He doesn't fight it, lets me by. Easy pass, and that's done. Now I have to set my sights on Tuan in front of me. Okay, so coming up on Tuan here, as you see, he's on the hard, so my mediums are just going to be far superior to his hards. So I'm gaining on him a lot through here. You see, I was up on him, but through this section, see, that's just a 10th in that braking zone. I'm gonna have the DRS on him here. He's not gonna have the DRS on the car's head, so I think this is gonna be a pretty easy overtake. So I get out here, put overtake, open DRS. I actually turned overtake off here because I thought I would just tow it up. He actually tries to fight it and go defensive. I was not expecting that, and he goes back, and I have to avoid hitting him and going off. So, yeah, it's not going to happen this lap, and I'm going to try next lap for that to happen. I need to get by him because of those old hards. So, yeah. Alright, so I think we're coming up here on, we're still behind Twan. We're just showcasing how much better we are into the braking zones now. I'm right on the back of him now, as my teammate just has the fastest lap of the race. So he's not that far up there from the track. So we lock up there a little bit. Left Twan get a little breathing room than I would like, but he doesn't have the greatest run out of turn 1 or turn 2. So yeah, it's not a good sequence of turns right there, but it's fine. The tires are still good, so I'm gonna use more overtake this time. Last time I don't think I used enough of it, so I'm gonna try get this overtake to stick. So I'm coming up on him right now. He goes to the outside to defend, but there's just nothing you can do with the DRS and the overtake. So I'm just going to get it there. Almost get a track limit warning, but I don't there. Just barely. Now that's that position, P11. Now I have to set my sights on Jim just raged about 1.4 seconds up the road. He's battling with Hogs right now, as you can see. I think he's going to overtake him coming into this corner. So that's going to compromise both of their times. So I should be able to catch up to them soon. I'm going to be on the back of Pogs here pretty shortly. But I think he dives out into the pits because he's still on his old mediums and hasn't pitted yet. So yeah, he goes into the pits. We take P10. That's still P11, but we jump ahead to when we catch up to Jim, and now we're up to P6, just out of the people that we passed with that pitted. We didn't actually pass them on track, but so I have a run through turn 2 and actually get a exceeding track limit warning, which sucks. But and I have a bad run through there. But it's okay. I'm still in the DRS of him. If I just get a good exit out of here, 6/10. That's if I use all my overtake here, which I think I do. I think I'd be able to get by him just fine. So as you see, we pop into overtake, use the DRS, and yeah, we pull out to the side of him. Actually, and he brakes. I actually don't decide to go for it just for safety's sake. I didn't want my wing to get off. I thought I did go for that. Like, that's not. So I'm actually going to use all the other overtake, get beside him, going through this turn right here. We're going to go side by side through this turn. I think that's a done deal. Yeah, we're past. He's in the rear mirror. Now I just have to block him through this this corner. Just make sure he doesn't get any cheeky pass or anything. So I think we're good now. We've got enough space to him, and now we can set our sight on the cars ahead. So you can actually see he dives in the pit after that to try to possibly get a little undercut on me and the other drivers, because we're actually running the same strategy here. Okay, so we're going to skip on. So Chuck Master is actually behind us again, and as you saw, he spun earlier. He's been rapid on these hard, so he's actually caught up to me on my old medium tires. So he's going to have a go at me coming into this next corner. So I'm not really going to fight it too hard. I'm going to pop into overtake for a second, but I'm going to try to fight it in this braking zone. So I'm going to go late on the brakes so I know I can go deeper in the corner. Just hold it around there. That's wheel-to-wheel racing, and I end up keeping the position. But he's determined. He's going to give it everything he's got, and I don't have much left. So I end up giving in and just letting him take that inside. There's nothing I really can do about it. Not really have to say in the situation. But you can see this BHRL Adam fighting up there with another car. This fight's actually going to help us, or help me, get back into this game, because I think Chuck is going to enter it, and they're going to have a little bit of a battle up there. Alright, so we're going to actually head on to this. This is actually the same lap, but this is just this back straight section. As you can see, Chuck has kind of put a gap in between me and him, but he's caught BHL Adam. They're going to go side by side through this next corner. and they're gonna end up making contact here, which is gonna make both of them go slower. Now we're right on the back of both of them. I don't want to put into overtake here because I don't want to catch up to this battle. Don't want to slow myself down. I think I'm gonna pit this lap for new mediums, so I don't want to compromise myself at all or any of my time. It's not really fighting these guys. These guys are in the hards and the alternate strategy. So I'm just gonna pull it into the pits this lap and run my race. Now I don't think I think these tires could have lasted the whole time, and I kind of regret pitting, but I did it. So let's just do it. This pit lane sucks, but we're gonna actually skip out of the pit lane. And this is me. So I had a 5-second gap to Punju. This is my T2 rival, and I just caught up to him. Now we have this guy on softs just kind of came out of nowhere and kind of messed it up. But that's fine. It's racing. So I let him go. I didn't want to fight that at all. He's on softs. He's gonna be absolutely rapid. But yeah. He's already on the back of Punju right there. As you know, Punju is fast from my T2 races. Me and him have similar pace, but he's on those old hards, so he's gonna be no match to my new mediums or that guy's new softs. So as we're closing on the back of Punju here, the DRS is just overpowered as we go into this braking zone. We're gonna be right on his tail. And I think we're going to stay on board for the rest of this lap. So, yeah. See, Punju is low on ERS, but we are too, because you see that red flashing light in the back. As we just want to stay up on him. We don't want to pass through here. We'd lose a lot of time compared to other parts we can pass. So we're going to try to pass on this next straightaway, which isn't my favorite place to pass, or the other DRS zone after that. So coming out of here, not the best exit. He actually gassed me by a lot here. But I make up a lot of time in the braking zone. So here's turn 1 is not the best. So we actually get a lot of time on him now. As I see, there's a lap car out there, but we go out in the outside of Punju using overtake, late on the brakes, and that move's done. That was a beautiful move. Now we're up into 9th. Now we're going to be chasing after Drafty. So he is up there. We're not going to catch the guy on softs. He's just rapid on those new tires. But yeah. So now we have T-Ball coming up on us here. He's super fast. We actually had an incident with him in the beginning. Felt kind of bad, and there's no way I'm going to defend against him. He's absolutely rapid. As you see, he has fastest lap, and I think he sets another fastest lap with passing me and being stuck behind me. So there's no point in fighting him. He's the faster driver. He has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so I think I'll be able to pass him at the end if I keep it clean. So yeah, I'm just going to let him by here. As you see, he sets another fastest lap, so he's flying. He's the fastest man on track right now. So I just let him by. See, we're coming up to the last lap of this race here. So this is Drafty right here in front of us, and yeah. So I could have fought him through here. I don't really have the ERS to do it, and he has 6 seconds worth of penalties. I have 3, so there's no real point. I give it a look out of this thing. I don't really have the resources to do it though. As you see, our ERS level is not the best. It's seen better days. So yeah, we only got 1%. We're actually gonna dip into 0% here. We lose the whole tank. And yeah, that's pretty much this race over. I think we just drive this last sector across the finish line, and then yeah, that's race done. So that's we're in provisional P10 without penalties, but as you see, the 2 drivers in front of us have more penalties, and we can't even see the drivers ahead of them. So yeah, so we have a decent scene too. Our last turn, we open our DRS, go to the line, and that's going to be 8 with the penalties. So that's a really good result for this Tier 1 race, a tier that I raced in the tier below this. So P8 out of 19 is a great result. As you see, my teammate actually got first, so great race for AlphaTauri. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed.